Welcome back. April 23rd, 2019. Quick review. The Magic in the Raptors game is razor tight. I'd lay off this one. If the Magic do win, I have a feeling this is going to go 7 games because Game 7 would be on the 117th day of the year and Toronto equals 117. So I'm going to pass on the Magic Raptors tonight. The Nets and the 76ers, today's date has numerology of 66 and 39. If the 76ers beat the Nets at home tonight, they'll get their 66th win and stay at 39 losses. Perfect with the date numerology. So definitely like the 76ers here. Spurs and Nuggets, Greg Popovich, the coach of the Spurs, can get his 113th playoff loss all time. I have a typo right here. I'm reading the wrong part of the screen. Popovich can get his 113th playoff loss all time if the Spurs lose tonight. And Denver can get their 9th win in the playoffs against the Spurs on the 23rd. 23 is the 9th prime. So 2 things that go with the date. It favors a Spurs loss, a Nuggets win. Also, the next game is in San Antonio. Game 6 on April 25th, 2019. That'll be a date with 23 date numerology. If the Spurs lose tonight and win Game 6, the series will be 3-3. Spurs equals 33, Nuggets 33, Game 6 33. If the Spurs win that Game 6, April 25th, Denver would get their 23rd loss versus the Spurs. Denver would get their 23rd away loss of the season. And Denver could stay on 23 away wins versus the Spurs. So that's a whole lot of 23 stacking on that April 25th game. So got to assume the Nuggets win tonight, give Popovich his 113th loss on the 113th day of the year. And then the Spurs come back and win Game 6. And then this goes 7 games. That's how it's looking. The Thunder and Trailblazers is also razor tight. I'd say the Blazers have the slightly better riddle to win tonight, but it is very close. And we looked at the Vegas money on this. There was over $90,000 bet when we looked, and it was literally 96% on the Blazers to cover the spread. So if the Blazers win tonight, I don't think they're going to cover the spread. Personally, I wouldn't bet on this game. The Thunder's next loss is the 37th. Portland equals 37. If the Blazers do win tonight, I think that's pointing to the fact that the Spurs would beat the Nuggets in this series because the winners of these 2 series play each other. San Antonio equals 41, so if the Blazers won 4-1, kind of like 41. And if the Spurs won the series, they'd be at 37 losses. Well, that's assuming it went to Game 7, which I expect it to do. The Spurs would pick up their 37th loss tonight. But with regards to 37, Portland equals 37, just like how the Blazers can give the Thunder their 37th loss of the season, which could come tonight, could come in Game 6, could come in Game 7, so we'll evaluate. But I wouldn't get greedy. The 2 best riddles in the NBA tonight are the Nuggets and the 76ers to win. In the NHL, the San Jose Sharks are going for their 113th playoff win all time today on the 113th day of the year. So I think that is a good riddle. The Sharks getting the 113th playoff win on the 113th day of the year. Vegas would get their 23rd away loss of the season if they lost today on the 23rd. And something I've been overlooking about the Sharks is they are the only team in the NHL that finished the season with 101 points in the standings. Again, this will be the 101st Stanley Cup. As you can see, no 101 here, no 101 here, no 101 here. San Jose Sharks, 101. And what I also noticed is that where they play, the SAP Center, it equals 101. So the Sharks are a very interesting team, and I wish I'd seen this before the playoffs started, but better late than never. So this is something to keep in mind, especially if the Sharks advance tonight. So I do like San Jose tonight. So there's 3 playoff games that I really like, 2 in the NBA, 1 in the NHL. The Maple Leafs-Bruins game. Now, again, the Maple Leafs, it's their 101st season. There were 3 teams. Well, actually, I scratched that. There's 4 teams with a 101 connection. One that I just realized today, which is the Sharks. So we had the Maple Leafs, who are in their 101st season, the Islanders, who equal 101, who swept, and the Nashville Predators, who got eliminated yesterday. So, remember, if the Maple Leafs were to win the Stanley Cup this year, they would have the most interesting playoff win total. 269, the 57th prime. Stanley equals 57. 57, a big number with championships. Also, it's been 26 years since Canada won the Stanley Cup. 101, the 26th prime. The Maple Leafs have the numbers to believe in. If they're eliminated tonight, that's over, obviously. But because I am favoring the Maple Leafs to go to the big game, I got to ride with them tonight. If I am betting this game, I'm taking the Maple Leafs to cover in case they lose by a goal. Because this riddle's tight tonight. What the Maple Leafs have going is if they win tonight, they get their 257th playoff win, which is the 55th prime number. Boston, Massachusetts, 55. This will be the 3rd time there's been a Game 7 between the Maple Leafs and Bruins in Boston. Maple Leafs lost the first 2, including last year. You know what they say about the 3rd time? It's a charm. So we'll find out. If I'm taking the Maple Leafs, I'm taking them to cover tonight. Sharks for the 113th playoff win on the 113th day of the year. Denver over the Spurs. 76ers over the Nets. Be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. Good luck. Until next time.